I came home to an empty driveway. My car was gone. Not stolen. Worse. My parents had given it to my sister Vanessa for her 30th birthday. Title, keys, registration, everything. They called it a gift. I called it theft, because that car was legally mine. I had the receipts, the loan documents, the insurance policies, all of it. But here's the part they didn't know. In the trunk, tucked inside my old gym bag under the spare tire, was a lottery ticket. A winning lottery ticket. $2 million. And I had 72 hours to claim it before it expired. Ever had your parents steal your future and wrap it in a bow for someone else? Yeah, me too. Drop a comment with your city and the time right now. Let me know you're here. And hit that subscribe button, because you're going to want to see how this ends. Because what happened next? They never saw it coming. Let me back up. I'm the younger sibling in a family with one golden child. Vanessa. Cheerleader captain. Sorority president. 2 failed startups, both funded by Dad. Me? I was the practical one. State school. Warehouse job on the night shift. Bought my first car at 22 with overtime checks and a 3-year loan. I learned early that in my family, memory was selective. So I started keeping records. Pay stubs. Emails. Texts. Contracts. I kept everything in a 3-ring binder, tabs color-coded by year. It drove my parents crazy. Why do you have to document everything? Mom would say, we're family. Family trusts. But trust is a 2-way street. And in my house, it only ran one direction. The car was a 2015 sedan. Nothing fancy. But it was mine. I'd made every payment on time. Paid it off 2 years early. Registered it. Insured it. Every single document had my name on it. The lottery ticket? I bought one every week. Same numbers. Same gas station on the corner of 5th and Madison. Paid cash for the ticket. But I always filled up gas right after and kept the credit card receipt. Timestamps, patterns, proof. I didn't know I'd won yet. But I was about to find out. And so were they. I called my dad first. He picked up on the 3rd ring. Hey, so my car's gone. What happened? He laughed. Actually laughed. Oh yeah. We gave it to Vanessa. It's her birthday. She needed a car. I felt my chest tighten. Dad, that's my car. I paid for it. Well, you can Uber. Vanessa doesn't have that kind of money right now. Mom's voice cut in. He'd put me on speaker. Honey, we're a family. You don't nickel and dime family. I took a breath. The title is in my name. You can't just give away someone else's property. Silence. Then Vanessa's voice, sharp and cold from somewhere in the background. God, why are you always so selfish? My hands started shaking. I want my car back. Today. Dad's tone shifted. If you make a scene about this, don't bother coming to Thanksgiving. Or Christmas. We're done. I hung up. My phone was still hot in my hand. I sat there for a full minute, staring at the wall. Then I opened my laptop. I went to the state lottery website, checked my numbers against the latest draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 6. $2 million. In a gym bag. In a trunk. In a car that was legally mine and physically hers. The countdown started that night. 72 hours. I drove to Vanessa's apartment complex the next morning. The car wasn't there. I texted her. No reply, I called. Straight to voicemail. I called my mom. Where's Vanessa? I don't know, and frankly, she has every right to privacy. You're harassing her. Harassing her. Over my own car. I went home and checked the state DMV portal online. My stomach dropped. Vanessa had already submitted a title transfer application. There was a scanned affidavit attached. A gift affidavit, with my signature on it. I'd never signed anything. I'd never even seen the document before. But there it was. In the system, pending review. I had 60 hours until the ticket expired. And the DMV processing time? 3 to 5 business days. I pulled out my binder. I had the original title, signed by the dealer, notarized. I had the loan discharge letter from the credit union. I had 3 years of insurance declarations, all listing me as the sole owner and policyholder. I had proof, but would anyone listen in time? I sat on my couch, binder open on my lap, and for the first time in years, I thought I'd lost. I thought this was it. I was wrong. I photographed everything. The original car title, my name, dealer signature, notary seal, date of sale. The loan payoff letter from the credit union, showing 0 balance, closed account. 3 years of auto insurance policies, all in my name, all listing the same VIN. The purchase contract with my signature, and the image of my down payment check, pulled from my bank archive. 6 documents, all clean, all time-stamped. I uploaded them to a cloud folder and set the permissions to view only. Then I sent the link to my parents. 1 line, I am the legal owner. This is theft. Send. My dad called 16 minutes later. You're being dramatic. We'll sort this out after her birthday weekend. No, I want the car back today. You're going to ruin her birthday over paperwork? I didn't answer. Mom texted an hour later. This is so hurtful. We raised you better than this. Vanessa texted me directly that night. It's just a car, let it go. You're embarrassing yourself. I didn't reply. I saved every message, screenshots, timestamps, cloud backup. Because a car wasn't all that was at stake, and she was about to find out exactly how much. The next morning, my dad called again. If you take this to the police, you will embarrass this entire family. Do you understand me? I understand that you stole my car. We didn't steal anything. We're your parents. You owe us. I hung up. 20 minutes later, Vanessa posted on Instagram. A photo of her standing next to my car, her hand on the hood, smiling. The caption? Best birthday ever. So grateful for the most generous parents in the world. 3 heart emojis. 74 likes in an hour. My phone started buzzing. Texts from aunts, from cousins, from family friends. Why are you making trouble? She's your sister. Your parents did everything for you. This is how you repay them? The family group chat exploded. I was the villain. Selfish, ungrateful, petty. I muted the chat. I had 48 hours left. Vanessa was out of town for the weekend. I had no idea where, and every hour that passed, the ticket in that trunk got closer to worthless. I made a decision. I wasn't letting this go. I called a lawyer. Her name was Rachel. She specialized in property theft and family law. I told her everything. She listened, took notes. Then she said 6 words that changed everything. We can fix this. Trust me. Rachel pulled the DMV records within 2 hours. She printed the title transfer application Vanessa had filed. Right there on page 2 was the notarized gift affidavit. My signature, or what was supposed to be my signature. Rachel laid my original title next to it. Look at the slant, she said. Look at the pressure on the downstrokes. Different pen weight, different hand. She was right. My real signature has a sharp angle on the capital letter. Hers was rounded. The loop on my last name was open on the affidavit. Mine is always closed. Vanessa had forged it. Rachel drafted a demand letter that afternoon. Certified mail, copies to my parents and Vanessa. Return the vehicle within 24 hours. Or we file a police report for grand theft auto and forgery. She sent it at 4 p.m. By 6 p.m., my phone rang. It was Vanessa. She was crying. I didn't think you'd actually do this. You forged my signature. Mom said you wouldn't care. She said you were being dramatic. Bring the car back. I can't. I'm 3 hours away. Then you have 24 hours. Or I'm pressing charges. I hung up. She was right about one thing. I'd never done this before, but she'd never stolen $2 million from me before either. That night, my mom finally cracked. She called me just after 11 p.m. Her voice was small, tired. Can we talk? Off the record? There is no off the record, Mom. She sighed. Vanessa's in trouble. Credit cards. A personal loan from some guy she met online. Maybe $30,000 total. I didn't say anything. Your father co-signed her last apartment lease. She stopped paying rent 4 months ago. We've been covering it. And the car? We thought if she had something reliable, she could get herself together. Get a better job. A fresh start. So you stole from me. Silence. We didn't think of it that way. Why didn't you just ask me? Another pause. Because we knew you'd say no. There it was. The truth. They didn't ask because they knew I had boundaries. So they just took, and Vanessa knew? She knew she needed help. That's all. I almost laughed. Mom, you didn't help her. You enabled her. And you stole from me to do it. We're your parents. You owe us for everything we've done. No, I said. I don't. I hung up. $30,000 in credit card debt. 2 maxed accounts. 1 default. Now I knew exactly what to do. I filed a police report the next morning. Grand theft auto. Forgery. I brought every document. Rachel came with me. The officer took my statement, photographed the forged affidavit, logged the case. Case number 87432, official record. Then I called the State Lottery Commission. I explained the situation. My car, the ticket, the trunk, the timeline. I provided my original purchase receipt from the gas station, the timestamp on my credit card statement from that day, and my government ID. They flagged the ticket in their system. In-person validation required, physical ticket and ID mandatory. I gave them Rachel's contact information as my legal representative. Then I waited. Vanessa had 16 hours left on the deadline. Return the car or I'd have her arrested. I stopped answering calls from my parents. I stopped reading their texts. I made 3 backup copies of every document and stored them on separate drives. One in my safe, one in Rachel's office, one in the cloud. I didn't sleep that night. I sat on my couch with my phone in my hand, watching the door. At 6:43 a.m., Nawaz, my phone buzzed. A text from Vanessa. I'm outside. I looked through the window. There she was, standing next to my car in my driveway, keys in her hand. Vanessa handed me the keys without a word. Her eyes were red. She didn't look at me. The trunk, I asked. I cleaned out the car. I didn't touch the spare tire area. She turned and walked away. I didn't stop her. I opened the trunk. The gym bag was still there. Under the spare, exactly where I'd left it. I unzipped it. The ticket was inside, untouched. I drove straight to the state lottery office. Rachel met me there. It was a small building. Fluorescent lights, linoleum floors. A clerk behind plexiglass. I handed over the ticket, my ID, the purchase receipt, and the credit card statement. The clerk scanned the ticket. The system beeped. She looked up at me. This is a validated jackpot claim. $2 million. Is that correct? Yes. She printed a confirmation form. I signed it. Rachel witnessed. Lump sum payout after taxes. $1.2 million. Wire transfer initiated. Funds cleared in 48 hours. We walked out of that building in silence. Then we went to the police station. I showed the officer the returned car, the forged affidavit, and the text message thread. Vanessa had sent me one more message that morning. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have filed the paperwork. I didn't think it was a big deal. A written confession. Admission of forgery. The officer asked if I wanted to press charges. I looked at Rachel. She nodded. Not yet, I said. But I want this on record. All of it. Understood. He filed a supplemental report. Added the confession. Closed the case as resolved with documentation retained. I walked out of that station with a check, a car, a clean title, and a choice. Press charges and destroy my sister, or walk away and set a boundary they'd never cross again. I chose the latter, but I kept every receipt. I didn't press charges, but I didn't drop the report either. It stayed on file, a permanent record of what happened. Vanessa's forged DMV application triggered an automatic fraud review. Her driver's license was suspended for 90 days. She had to retake the written test and pay a reinstatement fee. My parents called once after the lottery win went through. My mom asked if I could help Vanessa out with her debts. I said no. She hung up. I haven't spoken to them since. I bought a new car. Paid cash. Registered it in my name only. I paid off my student loans in full. 0 balance. I put a down payment on a small house in a quiet neighborhood 20 minutes outside the city. And I set up a trust fund for my future kids. Ironclad. Managed by a third-party fiduciary. My parents can't touch it. Vanessa can't touch it. No one can. I donated $50,000 to a financial literacy nonprofit in my city. They help young adults learn how to budget, save, and protect themselves from financial abuse. I went to the ribbon-cutting ceremony. I didn't make a speech. I just showed up. Vanessa and I don't speak. My parents send birthday cards. I send polite replies. That's it. No holidays, no family dinners, no group chats. I'm not angry anymore. I'm just done. I kept every receipt, every letter, every text message, every document, not because I wanted revenge, but because I learned a long time ago that the people who tell you family doesn't keep score are usually the ones running up the tab. I learned that love without respect isn't love. It's control. And I learned that sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is walk away and build a life they can't touch. I still buy a lottery ticket every week. Same numbers, same gas station. But now I keep the ticket in a fireproof safe in my house. And I don't tell anyone when I win. So here's my question for you. Have you ever had to choose between family loyalty and your own boundaries? Have you ever had to protect yourself from the people who were supposed to protect you? Drop your story in the comments. I read every single one. And if you believe that receipts speak louder than guilt trips, hit that subscribe button. New story every week. Oh, and one last thing. This story is a fictionalized dramatization for entertainment purposes. It is not legal or financial advice. If you're dealing with theft, fraud, or family financial abuse, please consult a licensed attorney or financial professional in your area. Thanks for watching. And remember, your boundaries are not negotiable.